Good morning. Hi there. My name is Corie, and I'm happy to have you with us this morning here at Blue Moon. I will be teaching a sequence for your head, shoulders, and hips. We're going to move slow through our postures today, just really opening up within our shoulders and our hips, releasing any tension that we might be holding on to. So that's our goal today. Let's start in a seated position on our mats. Find a comfortable seat that works for you. And we have an easy seat, cross-legged. Start to settle in to the shape. Place your wrists on your knees, palms facing up in a sign of receiving. Begin by closing your eyes, stacking your shoulders over your hips, so create a long spine. Begin to find stillness in your body, stillness in your mind. Come into a natural breath. Become grounded in your sit bones. Engage your stomach muscles. And then relax your shoulders away from your ears. Chin parallel to the floor. Soft breaths in and out through your nose. Start to elongate your breath, taking deeper inhales, mirroring the exhales. Feel free to keep your eyes closed, or you can softly open your eyes and then bring your arms up and overhead, reaching through your fingertips. Grow long in your spine. Place your palms together and draw them right down to heart center. Begin to set an intention for your practice this morning. Maybe an intention that will carry with you throughout the day. Let's bring your hands right back down to your knees and drop your chin to your chest. Keep your belly hugged in tight. And then roll your right ear over to your right shoulder. Chin comes back down through center. And then your left ear to left shoulder. Feeling that stretch down the side of your neck. We'll bring your chin back down through center. And right back over to the right. Pausing here. This time, feel free to bring your right hand to the side of your head. Nice and gentle. I like to extend my left arm out to the side, flexing my hand, going a little deeper down the side of my neck into my shoulder. And then let's release. Chin to chest, coming over to the left. Place your left palm on the side of your head, right hand coming out to the side, pointing your fingers up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch down the side of your neck, maybe deep into your shoulders. And release, chin to chest. Take a few full circles here, releasing anything you're holding onto in your neck. you have any stickiness. And then let's come back through center. Find a straight spine. Flutter your eyes open if they are closed. And inhale the arms up above the head again. We're going to come into eagle arms. We're going to place our right arm under our left, crossing out the elbows. And then let's cross out the wrists. Try to bring your palms together. If you are feeling any tension in your shoulders or neck, go ahead and place your hands on your shoulders today. So crossing once or crossing twice. Engage through your core, grow tall through the spine. Inhale, arms up. And then on your exhale, start to hollow out the front side body. And we're going to fold forward, folding over our legs. Drop your head heavy, chin to chest. Relaxing into this shape. Feel the opening in your shoulders, your back, maybe your hips. And release, slowly come out. Uncross your arms. Float your arms up and overhead, full inhale. On your exhale, plant your palms behind you, fingertips pointing towards your sit bones, feet coming out in front of you for a reverse tabletop. Place your hips up towards the ceiling. Drop your gaze back if that feels okay on your neck. Lifting through your hips, and then slowly release down. We're going to come into that seated position again. Cross your other leg on top this time. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Eagle arms to the other side. So left arm is going to cross under the right, crossing once or crossing twice. As you inhale, grow long in the spine. Exhale, hollow out the front side body. Start to roll down. Folding down over your legs. Release your head heavy. Again, feeling that opening in your shoulders. Hips are flat on the mat. And then inhale, breath, slowly come out. Uncross your arms, float your arms up and overhead, and then release them behind you for a reverse tabletop. Feet down, palms down. On your inhale breath, root down with your hands and feet, lift through your hips. And then release down. We're going to cross our legs, roll over our legs or swing your legs out to the side, coming onto all fours. And then replace our big toes together, knees open wide. Sit your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Arms stretched out in front of you. Forehead is resting on the mat. Take a full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, breath. 2 more, just like that. Full breath in through your nose. And then exhale, release, sigh it out. And 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Let's bring your chest off your thighs, and we're going to thread the needle, right arm underneath the left, palm facing up. Place your right ear, right cheek to the mat. Sit your hips back to your heels, reaching through your fingertips, feeling the compression on the right shoulder, softening through the face. And then slowly release out. Extend the right arm out in front of you. And then thread the left arm underneath the right, palm facing up, left ear, left cheek to the mat. Reaching through your fingertips again, sit your hips back to heels. With every breath going deeper into your shoulder, going deeper into your hips. Keeping your entire focus on your breath, the intention you set at the beginning of class. And then let's release. Both arms stretched out in front of us. On your inhale breath, start to peel yourself up into a tabletop. So stack your hips over your knees. toes pointing behind you, and come into your puppy dog pose, your melted heart. Keep your hips right where they are. Walk your hands forward. Melt your chest into the mat. Place your chin or your forehead on the mat. Feel an opening in your chest, your heart center, your shoulders. And let's start to slide ourselves forward on our mat. Extend your legs behind you, coming onto your bellies. Place your hands under your shoulders. Chin taps the mat. Elbows pointing up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from ears. Inhale, low cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times, keeping your elbows hugged in tight. Inhale, peel your chest up. Elongate through the spine. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, breath. And then exhale, lower down. Push through your hands. Sit your hips right back to your heels, child's pose. On your inhale, float back through your tabletop. And then melt your hips down into the mat, high cobra. Push the floor away. Bring your gaze up this time. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, sit your hips right back to your heels. Breath to movement. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, float forward. On your exhale, lower your hips down, shoulders away from ears. Find that back bend. Exhale, sit your hips back to heels. Child's pose. Last one. Come through center, really rounding through the spine. Slowly lower your hips down, bring your chest up. And then on your exhale, come back through tabletop, tuck your toes, and slowly lift your hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. Your head is dropped between your shoulders. You can shake your head right or left. Yes, no. Release any tension. Create a long spine. Pedal your feet out. Feel that opening in the backside body. Come high on your toes and then slowly start to lower your heels down to the mat. Draw your chest closer towards your thighs. On your inhale breath, gaze forward. Step your right foot forward and then your left. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Let's heel toe our feet about hip width distance apart. Bend your knees and just ragdoll here. Grab for opposite elbows. Start to sway side to side. You can rock forward and backwards. On your inhale, slowly bend your knees. Start to round up through the spine. Keep a hold of your elbows. Bring your elbows over your head, arms over your head. Find a straight spine. And then on the exhale, drop your arms over to the right. Keep a hold of your elbows, chin up, hips to the left. Inhale back through center. And then exhale over to the other side. Hips to the right, upper body to the left. Inhale back through center. Let's release your arms, float them behind you. Interlace your fingers, draw your knuckles away from your body, shoulders away from your ears. Take a slight back bend, gaze comes up, and then exhale, hinge forward. Let your arms fall overhead. Drop your head heavy. Keep your knees soft. And then slowly release your hands down the back. Fingertips touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Take a full breath in. And then on the exhale, lower all the way down to your bellies. Untuck your toes. Let's bring your hands off the mat. Tent your fingers. Elbows pointed up to the ceiling. Open your feet about mat width distance. On your inhale, peel your chest up. Bring your gaze up. And then on your exhale, right shoulder comes over to the left side of the mat. Gaze comes over your left shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel your chest up. And then left shoulder comes over to the right side. Bring your gaze over the right shoulder. Feel the stretch in the left shoulder. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, lower. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push back through your tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Pedal your feet out in your down dog. Right leg's going to float up behind you. Three-legged dog. Reach through your toes. Start to bend at the knees. Stack your right hip over your left. See if you can lower the left heel down to the mat. Feeling a deeper stretch. On your exhale, float your right knee to nose. Core plank. And then gently step your right foot to the top of the mat. Lower your left knee down. Low lunge. Inhale, arms float up. Right knee is stacked over your ankle. Arms up. As you inhale, reach up, find that length, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center into prayer. Interlace your hands, place them at the base of your neck. Find that straight spine, take a slight back bend, elbows out to the side, and then sit your hips even further forward. Slowly release fingers to the mat. Sit your hips back to your heel. Half splits. Flex your toes back towards your face. Inhale, do a halfway lift. Exhale, fold you down. Fold down over your right leg. Keep your hips squared to the top of the mat. As you inhale back to your fingertips, we're going to walk our hands over to the right side of the mat. So keep your heel dug into the mat and then slowly twist over to the right. Keep your gaze down. Find that long spine. Don't forget your breath. And then release. Walk your hands back to frame your foot. Plant your foot down. Tuck your left toes. Step back to your high plank. Take your flow. Inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, high cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg's going to float up behind you. Three-legged dog. Reach through your toes. Find that length. Then start to stack your hips, bending at the knee. Head is between your shoulders. And then on the exhale, float forward, knee to nose. Pausing here, hover. Step your left foot between your hands. Lower the right knee down, low lunge. Inhale, float your arms up. Sink your hips forward. Chest up, chin up. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit your hips even further. Interlace your hands. Place your hands at the base of your neck for support. Elbows out to the side, gaze up. Take that slight back bend. Sit your hips forward. And then release. Fingertips down. Sit your hips back to your heel in your half splits. Inhale to your fingertips. Exhale, fold down. Keep your toes flexed back towards your face. Heel into the mat. Inhale, halfway lift again, up onto your fingertips. And this time, let's walk our hands over to the left side. Keep that long spine. One more breath. And then release back through center. Plant your foot down. Tuck your left toes. High to low plank. Take your flow. Keep your elbows hugged in tight. High cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your down dog. One full inhale. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Three-legged dog, right leg floats up behind us. On the exhale, step it to the top of your mat. Inhale to warrior one. So nice, strong legs. Lowering your back heel down. Right knee is stacked over your ankle. Tuck your tailbone under. Square your shoulders and hips to the top of the mat. As you inhale, reach up through your fingertips. So we're come back into those eagle arms. So right arm under left, crossing once or crossing twice, and once again, modifying by placing your hands on your shoulders. As you inhale, take a slight back bend. Lift your elbows up. Gaze comes up. And then as you exhale, humble eagle, coming forward, dropping your shoulders down. Once again, feeling that release in the top of your neck, your shoulders. Still keeping our strong legs. Root down through strong legs. Inhale, come right back up. Let's open up to a warrior two. Open up to the side. Arms stretching in opposite directions. Relax the shoulders down. And reverse warrior. Inhale, right arm turns over, palm facing up. Reverse it. Feel that stretch down the right side body. And then exhale, extended side angle. Arms reaching in opposite directions. Use your right elbow to push the right knee out just a little bit more to open up through your right hip, right inner thigh. Inhale, back to warrior two. Let's cartwheel our arms down. Left palm down, right arm is going to come up to the ceiling, finding a twist. And then from here, right hand's going to place on the inside of the right foot. Heel toe your right foot over to the side. Toes out. Lower your left heel down. And we're going to place our right hand on the inside of our right leg. Right knee. You place on your right knee, right thigh. And then find a gentle twist. Bring your right shoulder back. Gaze over your right shoulder. Stay here. You can release into a deeper twist. Right arm coming up towards the ceiling. If you want to start to take a bind, bend your left knee. Reach for that left foot. Bring your chest up, chin up, gaze back. And then slowly release down. Both palms are down. And then if you want to stay here in your lizard, you can. You can lower onto your elbows, your forearms. Release the weight of your head. If you want to roll to the outside edge of your right foot, let your knee open wide. Splay open a little bit more. Go deeper into your hips. Stay with your breath, full inhales and exhales. Let's push back through the palms of our hands. And we're going to sit our hips back and heel toe our foot over to the right side, coming into our pigeon pose. A wonderful hip opener for us this morning. Let's flex our right toes back towards our knee. Our goal is to get our shin parallel to the front of the mat, left leg long behind us. Take a straight spine here, so straighten out your spine, full inhale breath, and then walk your hands forward, coming into your sleeping pigeon. You can lower your head down heavy, make a pillow with your hands. Sending your breath all the way down to your hips, wherever you're feeling some stickiness today, some tightness. Send the breath right to that spot. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Slowly push back through the palms of your hands. We're going to tuck our left toes, coming back into a 3-legged dog. And then lower your right leg down. Left leg is going to float up behind you. And then step it to the top of your mat. Warrior one. Right heel down. Inhale, arms float up overhead. Square the shoulders, the hips to the top of your mat, center of the room. As you inhale, reach up out of your waist. Create that long spine. And then exhale, left arm under the right this time. Eagle arms. Find your eagle arms, what feels good for you. And then inhale, arms float up. Take a slight back bend. And then hinge forward at the hips, dropping your arms heavy, releasing the weight of your head. Still firing up through our legs, keeping the strong legs. Inhale, breath. Come right back through center. Open up to warrior two. Stacking shoulders over hips. Bring your gaze over your left fingertips. Pausing here. Left knee stacked over left ankle. Let's turn our left palm over, reverse warrior. Send that breath down the left side body, really reaching through your left fingertips. And then exhale, extended side angle. Elbow is helping our left knee, opening up our hips here. Inhale back through warrior two. And then cartwheel your hands down. Left palm, right palm down. Left arm is going to come up to the ceiling, finding a twist, opening up through the shoulders. And then release the left palm on the inside of the left foot, heel toe your foot over to the side. Lower your right knee down. Setting up for our lizard lunge and opening up our hips. Left hand on the inside of the left knee, finding a gentle twist. Bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Bring your left shoulder back. Push the floor away with your right hand to find more length. From here, bring your hand up towards the ceiling. If you want to go deeper, find your bind. Looking great. Creating so much space in our bodies this morning, our hips, our shoulders. And then release down, both palms down. Stay here on your hands, on your palms, or lowering to your forearms, releasing the weight of the head, dropping your chin to chest, and maybe even rolling to the outside edge of that left foot today. Maybe play around with it, feel the difference. And release out. Press back through the palms of our hands. Heel toe your foot towards the center and then over to the right. Finding your pigeon. Flex your left toes back. Right leg is nice and long behind you. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Find that straight spine. Maybe take a back bend. Bring your chin up. And then slowly start to walk your hands forward into your sleeping pigeon. Feeling the difference on the left side from the right. Keeping balance in our bodies. Sending that breath to wherever you're feeling tightness. Embrace any sensations that are coming up. We do hold a lot of tension in our hips. So this is a wonderful posture to release anything that we're holding on to. Two more breaths here. So good. Push back through the palms of our hands. We're going to tuck our right toes. Send that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And then we're going to lower it down, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet, towards the back of the mat. We're going to heel toe our feet out to the side, setting up for our malasana. Lower your hips to your heels. Place your hands to heart center, elbows on the inside of your inner thighs. Try to bring your chest up, shoulders stacked over hips. Pausing here. One more breath. Fingertips down. Send your hips up. Toes point forward. Put a big bend in your left knee, left palm directly under your face. Inhale, right arm peels up. As you're reaching for the ceiling, continue to reach for the ceiling. If you want to start to take a bind here, bring your right hand to your lower back. If you want to take a full bind, left arm can thread underneath that left leg. Start to peel your right shoulder back. Bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Very good. And release. Fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your back. Realign your spine. Exhale, fold. Big bend in right knee. Right palm down. Let's peel the left arm up. Pausing here, reaching for the ceiling. Stay here. You can start to take your bind. You can take the bind, wrapping your arm around your lower spine. Or if you want to take a full bind, thread your right arm underneath your right leg. Reach for your fingertips. And then start to peel the left shoulder back. Don't forget your breath. Looking great. And then slowly release. Fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet hip width distance. Bend at the knee and slowly start to walk yourself forward into your high plank pose. On your inhale, pull your shoulders forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Take your flow. Inhale, high cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold down. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, chair pose. Inhale, arms flow up. Exhale, hips go down. Tuck your tailbone under. Keep your hands right where they are. And we're slowly going to start to pick up our right leg and place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Hands can come into prayer. And then sit your hips down even more. We're opening up our right outer thigh. You're going to feel this in your right hip. Keep your toes flexed back. Stay here. You can go deeper by grabbing onto the outside edge of your right foot and your right knee. Start to stand for standing pigeon. Keep your toes flexed, shoulders over hips, and then slowly start to pull your knee, your leg up to your chest. Find that balance. Find the stillness. Feel the opening in your hips. And then slowly release. Extend your right leg out in front of you. And then slowly lower it to the mat. Very nice. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Sit your hips back into chair. Tuck your tailbone under. And then now we're going to place all the way into your right foot. Lift your left foot up. Flex your toes back. Placing your ankle on your thigh. And then let's sit back down a little bit more. Try to tuck your tailbone under. Take that arch out of your lower spine. And now hands are going to come to heart center. Feel free to stay here, or you can place your right hand on your right foot, left hand on your knee, and slowly start to stand. Find your balance, find your stillness, and then draw your leg closer towards your body. Hug your elbows in. And release. Extend your leg out in front of you, and then slowly lower it down. Inhale, arms float up. And then exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step or hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Take your last flow of class. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to come into gorilla pose. So heel toe your feet out about hip width distance, a little space between your feet. Drop your head heavy and peel up your right toes. Slide your right palm under your right foot and then your left palm under your left. Can bend at the elbows, bend at the knees. Use your toes, the ball of your foot to massage your hands, massage your wrists. And then slowly release one hand at a time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, fingertips to the mat. Slowly going to lower our hips to our heels. Walk our hands back behind us. Find your sit bones. Find the center of the mat. You're going to extend your right leg out to the side. Sole of the left foot to your right inner thigh. Flex your right toes up. Inhale, arms float overhead. Turn towards the right and slowly round down. If you can't grab the ball of your foot, grab your calf, your ankle today, or if you need to bend at the knee, feel free to bend. And then slowly round through the spine, relaxing your body over your right thigh. Maybe bring your forehead to your knee. And then inhale, arms coming back up. We're going to place our left palm down, coming into a modified wild thing. Right arm floats up, point through the right toes, reach through the right fingers. Feel that stretch down the front side body, opening in your hips. And then slowly release. Let's come into the other side. Left leg out to the side. Flex your left toes up. Sole of the right foot pressing on your inner thigh. Inhale, arms float up. Turn towards the left and float down. Round down over your left leg. Grab for the ball of the foot or wherever is comfortable for you today. Bending at the knee in order to find that compression forehead to knee. Using your breath to go deeper into your posture. Inhale, release. Modified wild thing. Right palm down, left arm pulls up. Point through your left toes. Feel that long line of energy from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. And then release down. Feet flat on the mat. Place your hands underneath your thighs and slowly round down. Keep your feet there, knees pointing to the ceiling, palms down by your sides. Let's walk our heels back to graze our fingertips. Setting up for bridge pose. Root down with your feet, root down with the palms of your hands. On your inhale, curl tuck, lift those hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Again, inhale, lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Going a little bit higher this time. Engage in your inner thighs, engage in your glutes. And then exhale, spine rolls down one vertebrae at a time. Hips come down last. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, hips up towards the ceiling. This time, if you want to roll your shoulders down your back, interlace your hands underneath your spine. You can come up onto your toes if that feels good for you. Go a little bit higher. And then release. Release your hands. Roll your spine down. Hips down, then heels down. Hug your knees into your chest. Grabbing onto opposite elbows, squeezing into a tiny ball. Feel free to bring your forehead to your knees. And then release your shoulders, your head. Your arms are going to come out to the side, heels off your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling, and then let your legs fall over to the right, shin falls to the left. Bring your focus onto your breath. Inhale back through center. And then let's release our legs over to the other side, chin to the right, legs to the left. Inhale back through center. And then we're going to come straight into our happy baby pose. Grab for the outside edges of your feet. Send your feet up towards the ceiling, flex your toes back. Knees are opening wide. You're using the grip of with your hands to pull your knees down towards the mat. Let's roll our tailbones back down to the mat, shoulders down, away from our ears. Feel your long spine on the mat. Start to rock side to side. Feeling all the space we created today in our hips, our spines, our shoulders. Find some stillness, down to angle pose, soles of the feet together. You can grab for your ankles or the outside edges of your feet. Shoulders away from ears. Use that grip to open up those knees a little bit more. And then use your hands slowly. Place your knees together. Extend your right leg long and then your left. Give yourself a full body stretch. Arms overhead, point through your toes, reach through your fingertips. And then slowly relax into your Shavasana. Hands down by your sides. Toes fall out towards the side. Feel your entire body resting on the mat, the earth below you. Start to scan your body from the crown of the head all the way down through your fingertips, all the way down through your toes. Begin to close your eyes down. Become heavy on the mat. Feel a shift that's taken place throughout these last 45 minutes in your head, in your shoulders, in your hips. Take your intention with you throughout the rest of your day. I'll be leaving you in your Shavasana. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. It is an honor and pleasure to guide you. Namaste.